Yo, 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 welcome to another episode of Modern Day Diesels. Today, modern day small engines. Alright, this was that roadside find. One of them in all its glory and splendor, with the spider webs all on it. Right, I don't really know nothing about the machine. Alright, but we just gonna go through it. We gonna check it out. I don't know what all this oil is. I don't know if it's a crank seal. Maybe the pump was leaking at one time. I don't know. Right? We're gonna look inside this gas tank. Check it out. Let me see the gas tank. Let's take a look in here. Get a little flashlight. Alright, you guys can see that. It don't smell like bad gas. It just has focus. It has like some, pretty much the inside of the tank looks like the outside of the tank. Right, some surface rust. So what I'm gonna do, old trick of the trade. Right, I'm not sponsored by them, but if you want to sponsor me, O'Reilly, you can. Get you some ATL. Right, get you a little bit of ATF. This regular transmission fluid. We'll post some of that in there. Right, that ATF. Right, because we're not dealing with varnish. So that's one good thing. They didn't have fuel in it. Right, so just a little surface rust. So while we're doing what we need to do, you know, give it a couple of shakes. Give it a couple of shakes. Lean it over, let it work a little bit. Right, let it work. Right, rock it back and forth. Let that ATL really circulate in there. Alright. So we'll let that ATL work its magic. Right? And we're gonna use the previous roadside find. I know it may be hard to believe, but yes, that was a roadside find. We're gonna use that pressure washer to clean this mess up and see if we can revive and bring this diamond in the rough back to life. Let me get the pressure washer. Quick note on your pressure washers, right? Before you fire it up, just go ahead and hold the trigger. Get all that air out. You can hear it. You want to prime your pump up first. Alright. Let's fire this thing up.
Ew.
welcome back. Modern day diesels. Today, modern day small engines. Right. So we got it pressure washed. We got it clean. All that you see is just surface rust. But all that grease and grime and dirt is off of it. Alright. Oh, let me show you something real quick. Remember we put that transmission fluid in there. Right, you'll see it's red. You see it? All that's doing, all I want that to do is just soak up that rust. Cause we're not really dealing with varnish. Cause you can see the inside of that tank is shiny, it's not too bad. Just dealing with like some surface rust. You see, it's just like some little surface rust. Right, so that transmission fluid, right, it works good for that. And like I told you guys, I know nothing about this machine, right? So we'll go through the basics. You know, basics being, obviously, there's no gas in it. What's this? I guess that's a piece of the old pull cord, maybe? Possibly. And they just wrapped it up there for whatever reason. I guess they'll go save it for later. That's garbage. Alright, I see there's a bolt missing here for the ground, for your on-off switch. Right. Oh, but they grounded it here. You see that, guys? Like they put a ground here and use some little twist ties for the low oil alert, the low oil shut off. All right, let's check and see if we got oil in this thing. Like I say, this is my first time opening this up. I don't know. What do you guys think? There's oil in it. What I like to do, I like to rock it a little bit. I like to rock it. Yeah, I see the oil moving. You guys can probably see it too. And the oil looks clean, actually. Oil looks clean. Carburetor is pretty shiny. It was like that before I pressure washed it, actually. There's no unloader on it. So maybe the pump failed, possibly. Maybe. There's no unloader. You know what? I usually don't do this, but I might cheat. Let me pull this air filter off and see. Let's pull this air filter off. Check the condition. I'm smelling the filter because I can smell the gas in it. So it's been running. Let's pull it, see what it feels like, see if it's locked up or something. Like I said, I don't know. I'll tell you one thing, that pull cord is extremely short. So that's probably what happened. Right, this pull cord. The rule of thumb with pull cords, you want it to be a full rotation. this engine will start before that. But the theory behind it is, if I make the rope as long as my arm, right, then I will never put enough tension on this rope to snap it and to put unnecessary stress on the spring that's inside that recoil, right? So I go long with my rope. Not long enough to where it's drooping and hanging out, but my arm's length, right, is good. Right, so that way I never get to the end of the rope and do things like this. Okay. You want to try something fun, guys? Just to see what happens? Let's put gas in it. I know you see other videos, right? They clean the carburetors out. And yes, I still have that transmission fluid in here. That's not gonna hurt anything. Transmission fluid is actually a detergent. Just enough to fill it up. So transmission fluid is actually a detergent. So all my transmission guys, you know what I'm saying. You open up those transmissions, the outside can look a complete mess, but the inside is nice and shiny, unless it blew up and you have a bunch of glitter and flake. But side note, you can put ATF in the fuel system of a diesel, power equipment, or truck, and they clean your fuel injectors too. Side note. All right, let's see what happens here. Remember, this is a junkyard find. So we go learn together. Make sure my fuel is on. I'm gonna choke it. If this switch works or not, I don't know. Right. Make sure my spark plug is down. Right. I'm just buying time. Fingers crossed. Right. Maybe I embarrass myself. All right, let's see. Yeah, I embarrassed myself. All right, no shortcuts. Let's go through it.